Yeah, for real. 3, 2, 1. Third Wheel Podcast. I'm Caleb.
Shaps.
Welcome back, guys.
Shaparoo.
We are working really hard at this new setup for now, this new studio, until somebody's schedule levels out. I meant to ask you off camera. Are we going back to the other place next week?
Is this next week's
Saturday?
March?
Close to. No, probably not. They probably got one more week of this, which is fine. I mean, I don't hate it.
No, I mean it. Like when March hits, I'm like, I'm good.
Sounds good. All right, sweet guys. I'm glad we're all here today. We got a lot to talk about. We got Concord 2.3. We got. I mean, is everything now that that looks like a live service? Is it going to be compared to Concord?
So what I love is that when was the last time you've ever heard of a negative genre? Because you know, like when Dark Souls took off and they made like a whole bunch of copycats. Now they're called Souls like.
Yeah.
And then there was like Bloodborne like, and then there was like Sekiro like. Well, like, you know, basically in an Elder Scrolls like, you know, just like basically it's a very easy, simple, dumbed down way of explaining what kind of game it is. Even like developers themselves will label themselves this sometimes.
Yeah. I want to be Souls-like.
Now Concord like is kind of making its rounds, which again, it's a negative term.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to be associated with. So for those who don't know, I don't know how old this is because I just saw it today, but there's a game called Last Flag, co-founded at least by the Imagine Dragons lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know, Imagine Dragons actually does a lot of music for competitive games like League of Legends. And like maybe Overwatch, but mostly like League of Legends and stuff. So they're not like brand new to this field. And I think it's just the singer who's into it.
Okay.
But it's a 5v5 hero-based shooter. I didn't really bother to look at the rest of the game because even if you see this first image, it's like, yep, that is, it's already being compared to Concord. Yeah. It's a Concord-like.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a crazy title because and you know what? You'd think it'd be funny or just like stupid, but it's like, it's kind of real because we just had another Concord like that's definitely like in the fire right now.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's going to get out.
Mm-hmm.
It's lasting longer, but it's.
Yeah. Although this one, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a shadow launch because they announced it or whatever, but I don't know. There's a chance it could do well. I mean, yes, it's already being compared to Concord, but it could do okay, especially if it's free to play. It doesn't have the controversy. What pissed people off so much was the fact that it was #1 revealed at the Game Awards. I really think that's the reason behind the review bombing, the people joining it just to hate it and then leave. I think this one having a more quiet, softer launch, not necessarily shadow dropping, but like they're making less of a stink about it, I think. And then the Imagine Dragons, it's just the singer you said?
Yeah, well, it's launching April 14th of 2026.
Yeah. And there's no uproar, right? There's no like revolt. There was with the Game Awards one.
A unique twist is a 60-second pre-match phase where teams can hide their flag anywhere on the map. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I like that. It's like capture the flag.
I think it has a higher chance than High Guard does, but it could still, and the odds are it could still suck.
I don't even know if it's free to play because it hasn't announced.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
A free demo.
If it's not gonna be free to play, then absolutely not.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Anyway, Dusty in here. Okay, but has your tune changed on the live service model?
No,
because
it never will.
Well, not that if you like them or don't like them. You said that they make money, and you brought up some good examples. Fallout 76, you're like, oh, that game flopped, but then as time got on, it's got an audience, it's got people that still defend it. But do you think it's still a semi-successful model to try to model your game around? And
it's like winning. It's like winning jackpot in the lottery. But yes, once it hits, and you're good you're good forever.
But you'd say more games are successful than not successful.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I don't think I said that. Actually, way more games are unsuccessful than successful. But the ones that are successful, like, are doing just fine. Yeah, and they probably will be for a long, long, long time.
Yeah, but if more fail than succeed, wouldn't you say that it's not a successful business model per se because so many games fail at it?
I don't think it's successful because, again, it's kind of like getting into crypto 10 years late in the game.
Yeah,
you're just probably not going to make a whole lot of profit out of it. But if you do think about these companies that will use, again, companies like Sony, they've got so much money. Like, even though like they got to be conscious a little bit of like where their money goes, especially in the game market, because Microsoft learned that. You know, Microsoft has more money than God, right?
Yeah.
But they still had to cut back a lot on Xbox because it was just bleeding money.
No
Sony
kidding.
has way more money.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Pretty sure, in the top 5 at least.
Oh, who owns Steam? It's not Microsoft.
Valve,
Okay. So they got a monopoly on PC
which
gaming.
again, Gabe Newell can afford a private yacht to himself, which good for him.
Yeah, no, good for
He's
him.
earned it.
No
But
complaining.
no, for like Sony, for instance, they have so many of these little studios that they own. Because remember how there was a big acquisition war?
Right.
Sony just bought up a bunch of things. Xbox bought up a bunch of things. So what Sony likes to do, and these other companies like to do, is they use these production companies, or not production companies, but these developers, like for instance Arcane Studios, the ones who made Dishonored.
Yeah.
They had them, I don't know if it was Sony who did that, but whoever owned Arcane, might have been Microsoft, forced them to make a live service game, and all of them pretty much quit because it was just like not what they're used to. And it's just like something completely out of their element, and it was completely against everything they've ever made. You know?
For real.
Rocksteady was another example, where it's like, again, whether or not it was their decision to make it, I don't know. It's always kind of fuzzy of whose official decision it was.
Whose fault it was.
I always take it with a grain of salt. It's like, whose idea was it?
Right.
In the end of the day, if you tell a big company, that, hey, we're going to make a live service, they're going to go for it every single time. No company in the world is going to be like, no, we shouldn't do that anymore. If they're like, no, we think we can, it's going to be good. That's how we got, Suicide Squad, and that did horribly. But it's like, and then what they do is, instead of cutting back on the idea, they just cut whoever made the game.
Yeah.
It's the developer's fault for some reason.
Right.
So no, it's not. It's not successful. But when you do hit, yes, you make so much money.
Right.
Helldivers 2 is still a huge community. Arc Raiders is even getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think Sony might have them as well. So as long as Sony keeps getting one hit after every 100 fails, they're sustainable and they're relevant.
Yeah.
Right?
On top of all their solo single player games that are just hit after hit, Ghosts of Yotei, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, they have more. I mean,
and that's what everyone keeps saying, more single player games. Well, Sony kind of listens to that too.
Yeah.
So,
and they're delivering.
You want to talk about and here, I really hate how people start going after Valve for monopolizing, the digital market, but it's really like companies like, what about Microsoft and Sony, who keep on buying up all these freaking companies and then doing nothing with them?
Right.
So, is it Aspire? I don't think it's Aspire.
Asper.
No. There's a company that, do you remember Demon's Souls?
Vaguely.
Okay, well, Demon's Souls got remade for PS5.
Okay, that's cool.
They made that. It was really successful as a launch title for PS5.
Yeah.
They also remade Shadow of the Colossus, which but
that was
like
PS4 though. I have it. On
yeah.
PS4.
So they remade both those games, and that was kind of like their thing, was that they were really, really good at making remakes.
Okay.
Guess what Sony had that? Well, first of all, they just got closed. Just got closed. But guess what they were
Live
doing?
Service. I don't know what game, but
You're not going to believe. Yeah, you would know. You would actually know this property, this IP. Want to guess? What can we turn into a live service?
what can we turn into it?
One of your favorite IPs?
Resident Evil.
No,
Okay.
because they've already done that.
No, they have a few
Capcom.
times.
That's Capcom. They already done
A
that.
few times actually. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid. I'm not gonna guess.
That's Konami. No.
Yeah. See,
God of War.
He's a nerd.
It was God of War.
No, he did not.
Yep, they were telling them that they had to make a God of War live service. Either wasn't going anywhere or whatever, and then they cut the entire company. Even though they were great, they were doing amazing. There were so many games they could have remade and just like brought to the new era, but they had to cut them because wasn't showing any promise.
But it's like a separate God of War live service.
And again, they don't make I don't think they've made games themselves. Like again, they make remakes, like beautiful remakes of things.
You're in
that already
charge of
exist.
this existing IP, but you're not doing what you're good at. You're gonna turn it into a live service.
Live service God of War game
Yeah.
that got canned, and then they cut up the entire company.
Well, that sucks. However, I'm glad we never got that stupid live service, because if it hit, which it could have hit because people love God of War.
Well, they also cut there was going to be a Last of Us live service game that got cut as well.
Whatever. Last of Us 2 sucked.
But yeah, it's just like, again, they are going to keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, because again, for the ones that are successful, as few as they are, they still print money.
Yeah.
Even Helldivers right now, everyone's kind of upset with Helldivers with the latest update. They're still going to play the heck out of it. There's some people who only play that game.
Yeah, for real.
And again, Arc Raiders is the same way. So it's like, yeah, it's the money thing. And dude, if they can master like somehow getting a game out that was AI, 100% AI, and no one found out about it, and it was live service, and it still was a hit, dude. That's like
Ain't no way you ain't gonna find out
that
about
is
it.
getting royal flush on top of a royal flush on top of a royal
The
flush.
internet is too good. You might be able to trick me in my old man eyes,
Yeah.
but you ain't
No,
gonna
but
fool
people
the
data
internet.
mine all the time, so it's like, you wouldn't be able to hide that forever.
It's like there's
but-
no code here. This seems very automated. Yeah.
So yeah, welcome to the new universe. I wish it wasn't the case, but
Mm-hmm.
now I think unfortunately the only thing that will kill the live service is another gimmick genre.
Right.
That's even
Something
more
a bigger villain has arisen.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna like trickle down to like almost like no, the world's gonna get better. No. I think it's literally gonna be the next worst thing, and then the live service will go away. But it's gonna be something even worse. Like
Well, I hit Todd Howard pretty hard last week, but do you remember when he talked about how the idea behind Fallout 76? And he's like, if you look at who plays Skyrim and who plays Fallout 4, millions and millions of people play that every day, and there's no way for us to interact with those people. And but what interact, he meant charge them extra for playing the game longer, like microtransactions and all that. So that's what he's talking about.
interact with
Yeah, there's no way for us to
and that was
connect with them.
that was also really early because again, Fallout 76 doesn't feel like it came out a long time ago.
Actually did, yeah. I mean, almost
And that
10
was
years
kind of
from now,
before
right?
this live service craze. So I don't know if they were pioneers, but they were definitely like early players in this.
I mean, they
and
really
everyone
set
was
the
like,
bar low.
"Wow, a Bethesda game that's online. That's actually that's not like
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online, which is totally different. I think it's a different company that works on that. So it's like, oh, first party, like it's going to be great. Potentially, who knows?
Yeah. Well, Elder Scrolls Online is the closest to me having fun I've ever had on an MMO because I hate MMOs.
Really? I mean, I still like Old Republic.
Yeah. I just I appreciate it enough, but I still just wasn't the biggest fan. I don't like MMOs like that. They're just not my thing. But I think Elder Scrolls Online was okay. It felt enough like a Bethesda
I
game.
like, and again, this is kind of a more popular model. I like MMOs that are story driven, and I don't like the ones that are just like aimless.
PvP.
Yeah, I'm just like
Big
I'm gonna
monster.
become a 500-pound like
Yeah.
no one just sitting it alone.
And the Old Republic did have a lot of story later on.
Yeah, well, it's like again, it still I think holds the record of most voice acting. I'm like,
They
or
went all
voice
out on
recorded
that.
lines. I'm like, and it's good. Like, it's all good.
It's good enough.
And again, like some of my favorite stories are in there. So I'm like,
Well, my buddy last week or 2 weeks ago sent me pictures of his house he bought in World of Warcraft, and he's like, they finally added houses. I was like, well, the Old Republic's had houses for 10 years at least. Like, well, as soon as I logged in again after like 5 years of never playing it, they were like, "Hey, do you want a house? It's free with your membership." I was like, "Oh, cool." I bought one on Tatooine, like Luke Skywalker.
so cute.
Yeah, no, right? No, but all right, that was a good one. That was already 15 minutes. Holy cow. We got a lot to talk about today. First thing up is 28 years later, the Bone Temple. The future is uncertain after the last one flopped. We're looking at a $30 million opening opposed to the $50 million budget. That's
I didn't know the last one flopped.
Oh, it flopped bad, dude.
Really?
Yeah, let me look this up.
I'm surprised they made a spinoff then.
That's not the spinoff, that's the sequel. And that was part of the confusion. Was like people were like, "Is this a
Bone
spinoff?"
Temple
Yep.
isn't a it's not
It's
a
a
spinoff.
sequel
It's an
to
actual
28 years
sequel.
later. Yep.
Huh.
But that's what added to the confusion was people were like, it's so the budget was $63 million. It says I visited this page.
That's a modest budget.
Yeah, no, that's pretty low considering what all comes out. But the box office draw, $57.6 million. Didn't even recoup back its production budget.
That franchise is never coming back.
That's too bad because Bone Temple was my favorite out of all of them, but I liked it and I wanted to see the ending. So,
It's supposed to be a trilogy.
Yes.
Do you think was the last previous film too niche? You think that's what really hurt this franchise?
There were a couple things. One was the marketing. The trailer was very underwhelming. Secondly, marketing, including the title. People were confused because the last movie, actually, believe it or not, in January when this movie came out, the one before, just 28 years later, came out 6 months ago. The reason being, it's a gimmick because the second movie is called 28 Weeks Later. 28 years later comes out, and then 28 weeks later, the second movie comes out. And that confused the hell out of everybody because they were it came out in January, which is a dump month for movies.
Well, everything.
Everything was wrong. Not to mention, it was a lot smaller scale than the last one. The last one had a bigger budget. How's that doing? Good. It felt like it had a bigger budget. It felt grander in scope. This one was very much more contained. With that, there was a lot less stuff to capture for a trailer. I would argue there's a lot less action. There's a lot less zombies in it than in this one. So when the trailer comes out, it's confusing. Like you said, the Bone Temple, you thought it was a spinoff. You're not the only one who thought that. A lot of people are like, oh, it's only 6 months after the last one. This is what, like an hour and 20-minute long movie. No, this is the next film
Official
in the franchise.
sequel.
Yeah.
That's like Avatar 3 coming out 6 months after Avatar 2. That's crazy.
Yeah,
thought.
but calling it like the Way of Water,
Jake's Big Quest.
Jake's Big Adventure. Everyone's like, I ain't gonna go watch that. That's a kid's movie. And, right. So that's what happened. So the future is unlikely. I was reading Netflix is interested in picking it up. If Netflix gets it, it's going to get a $300 million budget. First off, waste of money, but I'm so down.
And Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. He just knocks on the door. He's got his fake mustache from Electric State. Okay, I'm sorry, unrelated. Next weekend, I'm surprising you with the Dr. Doom Oreos. Apparently, they're delicious and they turn your tongue green.
Oh, I didn't know
Remember
that was a
picture I
thing.
sent you? I sent you a picture.
Oh, duh. You did send me that.
I did, yeah.
I was confused.
Well, I saw a lot of reviews. They're amazing. Where was I going with that? Electric State. Sorry, guys, tangent. Electric State was directed by the Russos, who directed Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I heard that from Matt.
It adds to the
one of our best
confusion
guests.
of the most expensive movie ever made that made no money.
Mhm.
Did that make less money than freaking Bone Temple?
It made $0 because it was a Netflix movie.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean? Didn't have a theatrical release. which-
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, that's another thing we can talk about.
Actually, how do you account for profit for like a streaming only movie?
I know you can't. That's a big kick. Is
Oh,
like
yeah.
you look at the budget of Electric State. The budget's readily available online. I don't know how Netflix makes its money because for every $1 billion hit, for every Stranger Things they have 5 Electric States. Does that make sense? Like,
Which arguably maybe more expensive. So
I agree. I don't know how it works. I don't, and they won't release their numbers. Anyway, I know they raise prices and they don't release how many people are subscribed to them. But anyway, Bone Temple, yeah, good movie, smaller in scale. There's less zombies. Bad marketing, bad month to come out. It was also confusing. Look up the trailer for it, bro. It's very like underwhelming. It's almost like
I remember it in the theaters actually.
Exactly right.
I was
yeah.
like, nah.
Yeah. You thought it was a spinoff. That's how boring it was.
Right.
It's also directed by.
Had Voldemort in it.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
I love him.
He's such a good actor.
I watch the menu clips all the time, and it's just him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was a movie with he's in where he plays the killer. It's a ripoff of the Hannibal movie, Silence of the Lambs. It's a ripoff of Silence of the Lambs. It's the same movie, and it takes place in the same universe. It's still got Anthony Hopkins.
Oh,
as
Red
Hannibal.
Dragon?
Red Dragon, thank you. Ripoff of Silence of the Lambs. They didn't do anything creative with it. Anyway, the same actor, Voldemort, plays the killer in that. He's so young, though. It's weird. But anyway, it's also, back to Bone Temple. Directed by Nia DaCosta, who you remember, which I know you don't, directed The Marvels.
Yes, I do remember the Marvels.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Miss Marvel
Or Captain Marvel.
the movie,
Or the
question
Marvels
mark?
comic series. Yeah. So she directed the Marvels. Now, arguably, a lot of people covered this. She got shafted on the Marvels. Like, Disney threw her under the bus, and they acted like she went crazy rogue and made a terrible film. And I was like, no, I don't think so. No, I don't blame the Marvels on her, per se. I will say, though, this was a good movie. I don't know who's in charge of the marketing because they really dropped the ball because it's good. It's a good movie, honestly. But
I just
know.
think the hype was kind of
Yes.
dead around the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Years later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, I heard a lot more complaints than I heard praise of that movie.
right,
So I already think it was just, well, no pun intended, but dead on arrival at
Right.
that point.
sure.
So to
Yeah.
release a sequel, that's bold, but to release a sequel
Right.
after that, I'm sure they had this big plan that, it was going to be a lot of money and they were just going to ride that train.
Yeah.
But
This is supposed
zombies
to be its own
haven't been
trilogy.
popular for a while. So yeah. But that's the thing is like the name drew everyone, but like a lot of people
Exactly.
were upset it wasn't like the originals or whatever. I don't know. Never seen the films, but
You should.
I feel like I understand the fan base's critique of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, especially over this one, it's kind of
Right.
weird.
Yeah. And it didn't go crazy with the budget. It didn't release $200 million budget. It was like modest, like you said. I liked it a lot, but if the money's not there, they're not going to keep doing
Did
it.
you see it? You saw it in theaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wanted
Gosh.
it to make money.
I feel like it should have been a streaming thing.
Well, okay, so Netflix is interested in buying it. Oh, that's what happened. I got stuck on the tangent of Electric State. But Danny Boyle, the director of 28 Days Later, 28 Years Later, and he was a producer, I think, on this one, Bone Temple. He wants to direct the third one. He wanted to come back to direct it, but he's against Netflix getting it. He wants it to have a theatrical release. But at this point, Danny, my man, Mr. Boyle, I love you. I want to see that third movie. You might have to compromise, brother. Otherwise, it's gonna die.
Side tangent.
yeah.
Did Warner Brothers ever get bought out by Netflix?
I don't know. I don't know if they finalized the deal. I think Paramount's still trying to sue them in court or whatever they're doing. I know it's not technically suing, but
I love getting I got the email that Netflix is like, we're acquiring Warner Brothers, and then like 1 week later, it's Paramount's
Just
like, no,
kidding.
objection.
I kind of hope Netflix wins this one. Well,
No, I don't. I want Paramount to win that.
really, you want Paramount?
100%.
Okay, why?
I don't think Netflix is going to do anything with Warner Brothers.
Mhm.
I think it's just another like, no, it's more fuel for the fire. Like, I
Yeah,
think there's a little bit more freedom with Paramount. I don't know why. Just
that's fair.
maybe, and I don't even think it's like underdog because Paramount's still huge, but still,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well,
Yeah, no.
HBO's been its own thing, and I'm actually kind of sad to see it lose its independence.
well, also like Netflix is just not consumer friendly at all.
Mhm.
Paramount, I don't. It's not as expensive, that's for sure. I mean, that's
Yeah.
enough to buy me over, right?
They canceled the Frasier reboot.
Oh,
A-holes.
no.
Yeah, no, I actually am sad about that. By the way, I know you don't care, but that was like the best show ever made, and they rebooted it, and then it got canceled 2 seasons in. Anyway, but yeah, I am sad HBO could lose its like I said independence. I think it's been really good as its own thing, and either one getting it is going to change the whole game for it. It's going to lose its like. I heard Night of the Seven Kingdoms is amazing. Do you think
Oh, I want to see that.
Do you think Night of the Seven Kingdoms would have came out under Netflix or
Do you,
even
do
Paramount?
you think
for that
that's?
matter?
Do you think that's beating? Is it beating House of the Dragon right now? Because
Yeah.
people kind of fell off House of the Dragon, but like,
Right. And it fell off the books because there's no books. It had the same problem that Game of Thrones had when they ran out of books. However, with House of the Dragon, they had less book than the other ones. Sorry, tangent. But yeah, no, House of the Dragon fell off. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, they got a lot of books to go off of. Now, House of the Dragon also is not finished yet, by the way.
nah, of course.
So-
By the time we get there, he will catch up. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I think he said he wants to write the next Night of the, it's not called Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's called Dunk and Egg. It's a novella.
Is it supposed to be kind of more of a lighthearted? Because the trailer made it really much look like a comedy,
I don't know.
which
I haven't read
kind
it.
of drew me to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's a really neat twist.
Yeah. So this it's a much smaller form for him. It's a way smaller of a series, but it does have completed novels. Whereas Game of Thrones ran out. This one also is not finished. And I think once he finishes Winds of Winter, which is that 6th book that we've been missing for 20 years, he wants to do a palate cleanser with another Dunk and Egg novella, which is Night of the Seven Kingdoms, where that show draws its inspiration from, or what it's adapting. He wants to write that as a palate cleanser before he writes that 7th book that's also never going to come out.
Where
So-
did he find the time to write Elden Ring? That's where I'm confused. So.
well, that's why people get mad at him, is because they're like, "Why aren't you finishing Game of Thrones?" And it's not called Game of Thrones in the novels; it's called something else. But you know what I'm trying to say, audience. And everyone's like, "Why are you writing Elden Ring? Why are you writing the Codex when you should be finishing Winds of Winter? You're supposed to be taking Bikini Bottom and pushing it somewhere else." So anyway, yeah, that's the problem. And you're not asking a question. Literally, no one else is asking him. And he gets hate mail every single day. You know, like, where's that 6th book? That's I don't think it's coming out. He's like almost 80. He's about to die, bro. Do you think he's the one typing at the typewriter anymore?
Does he have any children?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Maybe they can carry on the legacy. Tolkien didn't have that luxury.
No. You know what did though? Dune. And everyone hates those books. The books that his kids wrote. Yeah, that's a. Where were we?
That's sore.
I think we, HBO.
Yeah.
I'm sad if whoever wins. I feel like it's going to be an inferior service. However, at least from a storytelling perspective. I don't love Max. I don't love. It's not very user
Oh,
friendly.
they changed it again. Now it's
Did
just
they?
HBO Max.
Oh, I'm not even talking about the title. Yeah, I hate that too. But and don't worry, guys. Under Netflix, it's just going to be called Netflix. Oh my God! When Harry Potter goes to Netflix.
No,
Anyway.
we can't lose him.
Oh, well, actually, if Paramount gets it, do you think they're just going to not? They're going to ditch Paramount Plus and just merge it all into
Do Harry
HBO?
Potter Plus.
Yeah. No, I wonder if they'll just merge it all to HBO.
Well, like HBO is just a much more recognizable name. Plus, dude, they've got killer IPs. They've got so many IPs.
You say
like-
HBO does? Or
Well,
Paramount?
Warner Brothers does.
Warner
So I'm like,
Brothers, yes.
whoever.
Well, it's
That's
HBO.
why it's so big. It's not just a service they're paying. Screw the service. Paramount, Netflix, they already got that covered. It's the IPs, dude. It's
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
all the content
Well,
they're
that's why
going to get
at
with it.
war over it because they both want their hands
Uh-huh,
on
exactly.
Harry Potter. They want their
The Harry Potter's a big one, dude.
That is a big one.
That's a big one.
It's so big they're just flat out remaking it.
They also get Universal, right?
No,
What happens in Harry Potter world?
maybe you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a point. Actually, now let me look that up.
That's where the real money is.
Yeah. You mean
Freaking
like
real
at
life Butterbeer.
Universal Studios? Cha-ching. I don't know if you've seen Cat in the Hat.
I have. Cha-ching.
Yeah, Warner Bros. Own Universal. We're not even going to hit the rest of the stuff I want to. No, Universal does not own Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Discovery is a separate, independent, and competing company.
Oh, good for them.
Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of like B team.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Let me think. I don't know. Like I said, I think storytelling for sure is going to take a hit. But one thing I don't like about HBO, and then we got to reset the camera, is it's not user friendly at all. It doesn't. It's not easy to like either resume or restart from where you're at, or when you finish an episode, instead of it resetting, if you want to watch that episode again, it'll just pick it up at the last 10 seconds. Does that make sense? And then you have to exit out, hit restart the episode instead of it just he finished it. Let's look back.
spoken like a real couch potato.
I know. You know what?
Dang.
That was low. You didn't have to say that, you a-hole. All right, we got to reset the
Be right
camera,
back.
guys. Oh, dang, bro. 3, 2, 1. All right. In other news, Saints Row. Were you ever a fan of Saints Row?
Mhm.
Okay. Did you play any of them?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Played 3 and 4.
Okay.
I tried playing 2, but it's a little too old for modern consoles. to
Yeah.
run.
I mean, I tried to play it on PC and like
Oh, it's
very
you have
first
to
cut-
get so many mods to
yeah
get it running.
The very first cutscene glitch, like the guy, the part where you wake up in the hospital,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
looks over to the right, and the guy was glitching out. Oh, and I was like, oh, no wonder he's in
Mine
pain.
speeds up by like 3 times, so it's like because I can't handle the frame. Yeah, that's another thing you don't realize. Like frame rates were capped on consoles,
Yeah,
long
for a
ago.
reason.
So like when you get like an emulator or something, not that I ever have, but like the games are uncapped typically because your machine's so fast, it goes like crazy. It's like it was never supposed to be the speed. The audio is all glitched out, so you literally have to dumb down your own game unless people make a patch for it. Typically, what you have to do. So Silent Hill, the 2. The original, there's a really popular patch that just came out where it's abandonware, so it's not illegal to download that. You can download it off the internet,
Mhm.
off abandonware.com. And then there's an unofficial patch that fans put hours and hours and hours and hours into that completely modernizes the game. I'm like, that's the way to do
You
stuff.
said Silent Hill 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So different from remake.
The original, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm like, hey, if you never did it, it's always fun to do that. I love abandonware for that reason because it's like, yep, they're never going to do anything with it. So
Yeah, so
Konami's never going to remaster it.
the game director of Saints Row 1 said that the franchise is most likely dead.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
Well, yeah, the 2022 entry was a reboot of the franchise, which also killed it. But he went and pitched a prequel to everybody. So I think, from what I was reading, his pitch was to go back to the original universe. Because if you remember 4, did you play Gat Out of Hell?
No, but I know of it, yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of Gat Out of Hell, Johnny Gat, best character. No, I didn't like 3 that much because they killed him off for no reason.
3 was so good.
I disagree.
Yeah.
If you could have played 2, which you tried,
Yeah.
but if you could have, oh, dude, it was such a downgrade from 2. Maybe not graphics wise, but anyway. So in Gat Out of Hell, he gets a chance. He asks God to reboot the universe, and that's when there's a spin-off game that came out where everybody's cops, and it's basically Saints Row, but they're police.
Oh,
and
I think, yeah.
And then, I forget what it's called, but then there's a DLC where you get to download Gat and play as Gat for a bit in the rebooted universe.
That didn't do very well. But
No. And then they rebooted it completely with Saints Row 2022, which was abysmal, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason, the writing was bad.
So bad.
Parodies were bad. Gameplay was bad. Like, all of it was bad, which is pretty disappointing because I kind of grew up on that franchise. I found it by accident. I played the first one, really good. Played the second one on consoles where it was more stable, like you said, and it blew me away. 3 came out, kind of disappointed. It wasn't
If you start with that game, it's a lot better.
Oh,
so like
absolutely.
I loved the game, but that was my only exposure.
But 1
to
and 2, like just the format was so good, and then a lot of the really cool activities just weren't in the third one.
Did you like 4?
Oh, I love 4.
4 is great.
4 is so good.
It just goes so far in
Yeah.
the crazy direction.
Yeah. If you ever got to play 1 and 2, which I get why you can't now,
Yeah.
but if you could have, I think you would have agreed by the time the third one came out. The direction they took was awesome.
Yeah.
They wanted to separate themselves from Grand Theft Auto, which was 1 and 2's biggest criticism was it's a Grand Theft Auto clone. But I thought the characters and the world stood up enough to where it wasn't just a straight clone. And then 3, they wanted to get away from that, so they took a totally cool direction. But the game really suffered in other areas, personally. A lot of other areas. And then 4 was a return to form. Like, it kept the goofiness, but it also had the good storytelling. Good villain who's an alien, which was new for the franchise. And then I don't know what the hell happened with 2022.
I'll always remember the intro to 3 where it's like the gang is bored because they're on top of the world, so they just rob a bank, but everyone there treat them like celebrities. I'm like, this is really funny idea.
Yeah, no, it was. the first hour, like the opening scene where you hold Shandy in the parachute, and he's like, okay, new plan. I'm going to drop you, go through the plane, kill Philippe, come out the back end and catch you again. She's like, what? That was great. But then, I don't know, like, once the world opens, it just... That's a whole video. We could sit here for an hour on that.
So, remaster franchise most likely dead.
It's dead. He pitched a prequel and it's not coming out. They said like if this doesn't get approved, he said the ball's in their court. I forget who he said, but it's some studio. He said I pitched it. If they take it, great. If not, it is what it is.
Yeah, Here's the thing: the remake or the reboot, it doesn't actually look that bad. It's just I don't know if you've ever watched the cutscenes. The characters are abysmally bad written, like Zoomer humor, like like that kind of talk. It's just like the entire freaking time. Relatable college humor. It's like non-stop. That's never what Saints Row was. So it's just
they missed the point.
Ear bleeding.
Yeah, they kept the color palette purple. For some reason, they're like, yes, this is what was Saints Row, purple. And then, like you said, everything else, the writing was abysmal. And like, what do you call that? Gen Z humor? Like, or just referencing Gen Z.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like,
And
they're all relatable because they're talking about rent and waffles and like,
and like, this is what made Saints Row purple.
And Electoral College, it's just like, shut up.
Awful.
Shut up. Shut up.
It was so bad. It killed, like, how do you do that? How do you kill a franchise that has 4 very, like, 3 was like, not my favorite, but it wasn't bad. It was, I'd say a downgrade, but it wasn't like the worst thing ever. So how do you take a franchise that has 4 solid entries? Because I'll say it's solid enough, like it's and then you just kill a franchise with one bad game, really bad. Bad reviews, didn't sell well commercially, killed the studio, killed the franchise. It's insane. That was a whole thing. So yeah, I knew that was gonna be a shorter discussion, but that's sad because I grew up on Saints Row, and then I played 4 in college. And there was just something about when you get your superpowers for the first time, you're running at super speed.
Oh, it's really fun. Like,
you got the touch. You're launching people into space.
It's really fun.
So good.
Like, just playground all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quick subject.
Sure.
Have you watched season 2 of Fallout yet?
No.
Okay.
No, I actually didn't even finish season 1.
Oh, you need to.
No, I got caught up in New Vegas.
I thought it was really good. a lot of people are accusing Todd Howard of hating New Vegas, like the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that because I think the show does more than enough to show respect to New Vegas.
Yeah.
But it does kind of mess with the endings like a little bit.
I heard about that.
Which is like, I don't know. At this point, maybe I'm not a true fan or whatever, even though I play the game
But
more
you
than
let it
anything
go.
else. Only because I'm like, it could have been so much worse.
Right.
It could have been, because again, it's Todd Howard and it's Bethesda at the wheel. They could have been like, nope, this is officially what happened. Also, the next game, this is canon now.
Yeah.
And the next game is going to be a continuation of the show.
Well-
and New Vegas never happened. It's like,
Well,
they could have done
let's,
that.
Let's dip into spoilers then. So what happened? I did play New Vegas.
Are you
We're gonna-
sure you want to go there?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's weird.
You don't want to watch the rest of the show first?
I probably will at some point, but it sounds weird to tiptoe
Okay,
around
well,
it. Well,
okay.
yeah.
If you want spoilers,
yes.
spoiler alert, 'cause
Spoiler
the show's
alert.
still relatively new.
For New Vegas and
Yeah.
for Fallout Season 2, skip
So-
ahead to no timestamp because I'm not going to be specific.
If you have to kind of go back into the history of the games first. So you remember, we talked about this. You remember the first two games were made by Black
Bethesda.
Isle. No, Black Isle, completely different company.
Okay.
And it was the top down. It wasn't 3D or
Remember that.
anything. People love those games. Then Bethesda bought them out and made the 3D game. People were kind of upset because it's like, well, it's completely not, what the
different.
original, completely different, not what the originals were about. And also, Fallout 3 was really, really railroaded. I'm going to get shot for saying that, but it was very railroaded. You
What do
don't,
you mean?
Okay, so original first two Fallouts,
Yeah.
you're this guy. Get out there. They kick you out of the vault, and you just have to find your own life, right?
Yeah.
There's a story, but you're mostly making it's an RPG. You
Yeah.
become your own person, right? In Fallout 3, again, I like Fallout 3, but the first time you play it, you're like, okay, this is kind of cool because it has like a narrative, You're always playing as someone's son, right?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's son. You're always playing his son. You always side with the Brotherhood. You always, at the very end, pick one of two options, but it doesn't actually matter which one you pick. It's very much like go here, then go here, then go here, then go here, then you beat the game. And again, you don't really get to choose who you are in your head. You're always going to be this person's child, and you're always going to have this story.
Yeah.
My same problem with Fallout 4 because they tripled down on that problem.
Mm-hmm.
New Vegas, you're nobody. You're not even from a vault. You literally could be anyone. They gave a little bit of hint of who you kind of were in the past,
Yeah.
but even they kept it so ambiguous, which is honestly what it should be, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's not freaking Skyrim. You're not the hero of the universe. You're pretty much a nobody, and you're trying to get revenge, and you fall into someone else's story.
Yeah.
Even Mr. House treats you like a nobody. You're literally nothing. And then you have to rise above by your own choice. You can choose to be that peon for the rest of your life.
Sure.
Or
Or
you
you
can
could be
rise
Mr.
above
House.
and take over everything. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Fallout 3, you can't do that.
Right.
It's one or the other. And the only big choice in the game was two, but the really big one is do you nuke Megaton or not, if you remember that.
I actually didn't play 3, but I did play New
Okay,
Vegas.
basically, there's the first town you enter, you can nuke it
Okay.
for money, or you cannot nuke it.
But hold on. If you nuke it or not nuke it, is the game over?
No,
Oh, okay.
the game still keeps going.
Okay, cool.
But you're like, oh wow, the whole game's gonna be full of these opportunities right now. That's the only big one. So
But people still like 3 because I
people
guess
still like 3
it was
because
revolutionary. I'm
Bethesda
sure.
fanboys. Again, I like 3. It's okay. Not New Vegas though.
Oh, for sure. But nothing
New
would be-
Vegas, again, Obsidian made New Vegas, and Obsidian is made of former Black Isle employees who had a Fallout 3 plan, but they got nixed because they got bought out. New Vegas continues a lot of the ideas they were going to implement in Fallout, the original Fallout 3.
Right.
So when the show came out, they basically, remember, the NCR, right?
I heard, yes.
So in the show basically said, oh yeah, Shady Sands from Fallout 1, all that. Shady Sands was founded by the character of Fallout 1, by the way, the player you play as.
That's cool.
He founded Shady Sands.
Okay.
Side tangent. Oh, Shady Sands, it's gone now. It got nuked. Sorry. Also NCR, they're gone.
Which was New Vegas. So you're talking about season 2 now. They just
No,
kinda-
season 1, that's what they said.
Okay.
The NCR, they're gone. Also Shady Sands got nuked away. Oopsie poopsie.
All right.
And also
sucks.
a lot of the characters and stuff, they kind of are very Fallout 4-esque, which I don't really like Fallout 4 that much.
Yeah, I
but
don't either.
it's very really everything, all the designs are Fallout 4. Whatever, right? Still, I really liked season 1. I thought the ending was really cool. And then the NCR fighting the Brotherhood, really awesome. Season 2. People complained a lot, by the way. They're like, why would they wipe away everything? You know, the lore is destroyed, but because this is a canon show now. So toward the very last episode of season 2, the NCR returns in full force.
Okay.
The full army returns, and Caesar's Legion kind of returns.
Cool.
So it's kind of cool imagery, but it kind of undermines the endings of New Vegas.
Right.
In the new endings of New Vegas, in case you haven't ended it or whatever, or finished it,
Yeah.
you can choose, and CR takes over the New Vegas.
Yep.
The Legion does, or you can kill them both off completely, and only you do. So it's kind of like, okay, again, they keep it ambiguous enough to where any of the endings could happen, but also it kind of makes it to where none of the endings mattered,
Right.
because all this happens no matter what.
Yeah.
So again, take that as you will. People took that as, oh, it's clearly Todd Howard hating on New Vegas. Well, like, the entire season was in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Full of references.
He could have not
full
done
of
that.
fan service. And they gave a lot of shout outs. Again, one of the most famous viral shots of season 2. Do you remember in the intro of New Vegas, the NCR Ranger who takes the sniper shot? You know, at the very beginning. It's very famous. It's in the opening cut scene.
New Vegas.
Yeah. NCR Ranger takes a sniper shot. Anyway,
I don't remember the
headshots someone. It's really cool. Well, they recreate that scene.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, there's clearly
You're not
some.
talking about Boone, right?
No, I'm talking about the intro, like the actual
Okay.
cutscene
I don't remember
intro.
the intro cutscene that well. I remember you getting betrayed by the guy from Friends.
Benny.
Yeah, Benny.
Yeah, right before that happens.
Okay,
That's
I
so
missed
anyway,
that.
it's really cool. So it's like, okay. And now they're going in a different direction completely. They're kind of leaving Vegas.
Yeah,
But I'm
for
like,
sure.
I'm happy with what we got. It was literally a New Vegas show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would have loved that, like as a kid, right?
Yeah.
So it's, and also they did some other things like the New Vegas Strip. You're thinking in the show, oh, wow, they're going to have like all the hotels and casinos. No, it gets taken over by Death Claws. It's infested with Death Claws.
Oh, okay.
So there's no actual people walking around.
There's no interacting. There's no atmosphere.
There's
of
people
New Vegas.
outside of New Vegas,
Yeah.
but inside the Strip where everyone's waiting for it, not really.
Yeah.
But still, they did Mr. House again, and I didn't hate that.
Okay. So this is well after New Vegas.
Yeah, it's like 30 or 40
game.
years after. And
Really?
and Mr. House is still alive,
So
and they
that
kind of
means
explain why he's alive.
Okay. Those endings didn't matter, I guess.
Again, you can
Okay,
you
I
can
get
interpret it as that, or you can interpret it as, well, they did the best with what they were given. I'm glad we got something that wasn't horrible, right? It could have been so terrible.
So this
it could have
is-
been
yeah,
Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
So
no.
I'm
There's
happy
nothing to
with
be
what.
Last
And
of
again,
Us
the show's doing well. I'm not the only one who thinks this way, but there are a lot of fans who feel hurt,
Yeah.
and they always will be, because they're always like, Bethesda never should have bought Fallout out.
Right.
But it would not have been as popular if Bethesda didn't.
Right.
I think they showed them, a lot of grace, and they even invited the former Black Isle Studio staff to preview season 2, like on the set and everything.
Sure.
Which they were like, Todd Howard's just rubbing it in their faces. It's like,
Oh, all right.
no,
Chill,
I do
guys.
exactly. I'm like, you're really grasping. I really
for real.
think of all the things it could have been, stop saying Todd Howard hates New Vegas, because it's getting really annoying. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
But those fans are going to be diehard till the sun burns out. But again, I replayed with all this happening. I actually replayed Fallout 4. I don't know did you ever play it?
4, yeah.
Did you ever beat it?
No. I got bored.
It's so boring.
It was pretty
And
boring.
again, I modded it to be
Less
it's called
boring.
it's called immersion mod. Basically, just updates the game, makes it playable now. Because in the state it's in, even as big as it is, like it's still not that much playable. But
Let me say,
still boring as hell.
the only thing I thought 4 did better than New Vegas was crafting. I thought crafting was.
Oh yeah, and the settlement building was okay, but like
It was,
I love
it was so half baked.
I love adding on spikes to my baseball bat or something.
Sure, yeah.
But
That's it. Like
Yeah,
story
yeah.
Like I played it and I remember thinking like this doesn't make me feel like Skyrim made me feel.
Well, so again, they dumbed down so much.
They did.
So first of
Yeah.
all, again,
Yep.
now Fallout 3, okay, you're always someone's kid. You can kind of do whatever you want though.
Mm-hmm.
Here, every single character you make has the exact same plot.
Yeah.
You're a father or a mother. You have a child. Oh, your spouse just died. You have to go find your child. That's the only thing that you're interested
Yeah.
in. Also, because they added voice acting to the main character, he only has 3 different choices now. And again, this is this is what the mod fixes.
Yeah.
It gives subtitles to what you're actually going to say verbatim instead of a generic
Yeah.
pick sarcastic comment and then you say something completely different than what you meant.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
because of the voice acting. It's like, well,
Yeah.
now my character doesn't have his own voice. He has whatever one voice you picked for this actor.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's why I don't like. I have Fallout 4 dumbed down
Oh,
everything
no, I agree. I agree.
for the sake of.
Especially after I played New Vegas, because I was sitting here like, I played 4 and I was like, I don't know why Fallout has such a big fan base. And then when I played New Vegas, I was like, oh my God. If I had played this when it came out, it would have been one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean,
So
if not number
that's
one.
why the remastered rumor is like
Yeah.
really big.
I still think it's just a rumor, but I'm getting pessimistic again.
I know. Well, I mean, it's official. I mean, as official as unofficial, it can be that at least one of the games are being remade. People think it's going to be 3.
I agree.
So if you've never played 3 before, you know, there's a chance. Again, I like 3, but God Almighty,
It's not
dude.
New Vegas.
not
I
New
know. I
Vegas.
know. And nothing ever will be ever again.
So yeah, dude. And also, they took away the morality system in 4.
Yeah.
You can't be a bad guy anymore. You can just be an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Also, do you know what essential NPCs are?
Essential. Yeah. They don't die.
Unkillable.
Yep.
Count how many were in 4. Count how many were in New Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Everyone can die in New Vegas.
Yes. I remember the first diner you come across where the bandits are trying to raid the lady that's at the diner counter. You can't kill the diner lady. She's a random lady at the diner. You can shoot a nuke at her and she's fine.
Well,
It's
also, it's just
BS.
like I walked into this town. This is my most recent playthrough. I walked into this town. It's full of ghouls, and they're like, "Yo, we're ghouls. Don't mess with us." And they got guards walking around. Oh, it's so intimidating. And then I got a Brotherhood guy with me. I'm part of the Brotherhood, and we hate ghouls, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna kill everyone here. I could kill maybe 1/4 of the town.
Aw.
And then like everyone's like getting back up and hitting me and getting back up. My Brotherhood ally starts hitting me because I'm being too racist, even though their entire faction is built on
Yeah.
demolishing everything. And then I leave the place, wait 2 weeks, come back, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. Like again, that's just how Bethesda makes their games because they can't have things fall off the rail too
Yeah.
much because I haven't completed the Sean quest. It's always Sean, isn't it? It's always freaking Sean you have to go after. Heavy Rain did
Yeah.
the same thing. Sean. I'm like, I hate Sean.
But even Skyrim, which I see because I played Oblivion now. I know what you mean when you say it's also dumbed down, but there were still a lot of non-essential NPCs.
there was so much content
Yeah.
that you can kind of
And
again.
and you still could
One
kind
day,
of play.
one day you can be the Grand Wizard of the college.
Yeah.
One day you can be the top of the Brotherhood. It's kind of stupid that
Yep.
you're everything instead of one or two things.
Yeah.
But you can kind of get lost in the sauce, right?
Yes.
Fallout 4,
4 didn't have that.
Brotherhood shows up and is like, "You going to join us or what?" Sure, that'd be cool. Okay, let us know when you have more information. Good luck, sir. Basically, this is my cue to tell you that you need to finish the main quest.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Instead of going on.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
And
brother.
that, again, they do that over and over and over and over again.
No,
Like,
you're 100% correct.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I personally would never, even if it followed it completely, didn't stomp on the lore or stomp on the endings in New Vegas, I never would have considered the show canon. I consider it a fun project in an alternate universe where blah blah blah. That's how you guys should be taking it. To be honest with you, I would have never thought, oh, this is a sequel. to New
well,
Vegas.
they're only saying that. Again, they're going to think that no matter what. Todd Howard did say the show's canon and the next game is going to be either a continuation or related to the show.
Yeah,
That's fine.
sure.
Everyone knows, the real fans know, there's the Bethesda Fallout universe and there's the Black Isle Fallout universe.
yeah.
They didn't delist those games. They're still available.
Oh, yeah.
New Vegas is still New Vegas. You can play those games to your heart's content. Doesn't really matter. No one's really cared about the direction Fallout's been going for until the show came out.
Yeah.
Right? 76 came out, no one gives a flip. Fallout 4 came out, no one really cares.
Yeah.
Fallout 5, I feel like it's going to be the exact same problems that Fallout 4 is. Maybe not.
Right.
They keep claiming that Elder Scrolls is going to go back to Oblivion standards.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, they even try to pretend that they acknowledge that Fallout. Yeah, we know where we
Yeah.
messed up on Fallout 4.
Right,
Like they're
right,
so full of
right, you
crap.
did.
But
Right,
you're
you
right.
did.
It's Bethesda. And I said it last week that I don't know. They haven't. I think they lost the sauce.
Starfield.
I think they
same
have.
problem.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want to be a space pirate. No, you can't be a space pirate. You have to get around. Everyone will hate you if you just fire upon everyone, right?
Yeah.
And they'll never forget it. And you have a bounty that's like ridiculously high. If you do anything wrong,
Yep.
steal a piece of toast, you're Satan, right? Unless you get thrown in jail and they give you the opportunity to go undercover as a space pirate. Why can't I just be a pirate?
Oh yeah, that would have been
and
my
it'd be
first-
sustainable.
Yep. No, I agree. That would have been my first Like, you know,
Yeah.
here's the main quest. You want to save the universe? Not really.
No.
Yo ho.
That
Just puts on a hook.
what we have those?
Yar.
They fly now?
Yeah.
No.
I
Oh my
really-
gosh, dude! If
yeah.
you've ever played, just look up. If you haven't played it, look up Starfield. Like the first 3 or 4 hours, it is the most. Again, yeah, I kind of like the game. 20 hours in, but it is the most boring.
Yeah.
No, you have to be an explorer, and it's just like
No, Angry Joke broke it down very well.
Yeah.
I've watched his review a few
So
times.
boring.
Yeah, no, he broke. I mean, yeah, literally what you're saying. I felt like I didn't need to play the game. Until Outer Worlds came out, I almost considered getting Starfield because I played New Vegas. I was like, it was so good. I know Bethesda's not the same, but I was like, I need something that scratches that itch. And then Outer Worlds, I was
which
like,
again,
wow.
everyone complained how short it was. I never actually finished the game, but because I
Outer
was just because I'm like,
Oh,
it
no.
still has a lot of
It
content.
did, yeah, no.
Don't-
No.
don't
And the-
rush it.
The DLCs, dude, were awesome. So did you ever play any of the DLCs? No. Okay, so in one of them, you have to solve a mystery, and it's a whodunit. So literally, one of the dialogue options is light cigarette. We cracked this case wide open. I was like,
That's some classic.
that was classic Obsidian right there.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of that, Outer Worlds 2 flopped. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah, marketing again.
Big sad because most people. I don't think I heard any like negative reviews.
No,
but
it was good.
It just
Yeah.
didn't make
In
money.
fact, it only had room to improve because like my only problem with the Outer Worlds was the same thing everyone else had, was that the combat was so lame because all you fought were bandits. That's it. That's all, and they were called marauders, but it was bandits, and then like 2 or 3 different monster types, and then I'd say it's a long enough game, but when you're fighting the same thing over and over, it was pretty disappointing. But I heard Outer Worlds 2 like built upon the foundation, and it flopped, dude. I'm sad. Marketing, I'd say that's marketing flub again. One, firstly, the trailers. I watched 3 trailers. None of them made it look that interesting. The trailers were heavily focused on combat, which again, biggest criticism from one. But the reason people play Obsidian is for the storytelling, the characters, the choices.
And
That's
guess
what,
what
you should be
was
highlighting.
probably amazing. I bet you the story was
agree.
great.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it soon. But there's one problem: is Resident Evil 9 comes out in a couple days.
And that's gonna be
Yeah.
a project.
I'm playing 4 again. I got infinite ammo for the hand cannon, and so now I've just been playing hardcore mode, just blowing people up. I killed I beat that one boss. He has the bowler hat, and he's like really big, and he's big beard.
The priest.
I think he is the priest. It's the boss fight before Salazar. So he's real tall, and then like you kick the barrel at him, and it explodes, and then he like shows how like his taller form. Yeah,
That's the priest.
4 hits on hand cannon. I was like, oh, that was boring.
Oopsie poops.
Yeah, I'm too overpowered now. So I'm playing 4. We beat 8. Me and Darcy. Well, okay, it was me, Darcy, her husband, my wife. They fell asleep 2 hours in, so me and Darcy pulled an all-nighter and just beat 8, so we're ready for 9. I'm
Let's
so
go.
excited. Yeah.
What's been your favorite game so far?
It's
Because you played not all of them, but most
I
of
played
them.
all the main entries. So I played. Well,
You didn't play
I'm sorry,
6
I'm sorry, I
and
played-
5.
I didn't play
Get
5
out
and
of
6.
here. You're
You're
not a
right.
real fan.
You're right,
You
you're
don't know about Wesker and his Matrix powers.
They'll see. I think those are. I think those are considered like not canon at this
No,
point.
well,
No, okay, I'm sorry. They're-
until they remake them, they are.
I'm sorry, they're canon.
Yeah.
Because I did 8, and when you fight the guy that bends
Yeah,
metal,
yeah.
he's
like,
like,
"You
Chris, you
boulder
boulder punching
punching."
a-hole, which is a reference to Resident Evil 5.
Exactly.
I'm glad you knew that reference. Anyway, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna play 5 unless they remake it, but I hear they're gonna remake it because they teased it at the end.
Oh,
of
I
4.
think you should play 5 because it actually is really fun if it's co-op.
actually,
And you
refuse.
have a co-op person, so there's no better way to play it.
Okay.
6 is a skippable because that's also the longest one in the series
Yeah.
and the most hated of the main line.
for sure.
But no, dude, I
sorry.
think 5 has enough like decent content. Also, it goes. That's the game that went so far in the crazy territory for no reason. And again, Matrix was popular at the time.
Yeah. Well, okay, so but yes, what my favorite is, it's a toss up between 2 remake and 7. I can't decide which one I like more.
7's so good.
It is amazing.
I do agree. I like it more than 8. But
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I finished 8 with Darcy on Friday going into Saturday. I didn't hate it like I thought it would because a lot of the reviews said it's not scary, which is true. It's not scary, but the story actually by the end it gripped me. I love the final boss. The final boss, she was I was watching her movement and the way she like moves like okay. I don't know if you saw the first Suicide Squad movie.
I did, yeah.
But you remember the
Oh, yeah,
girl,
yeah.
the witch, the
Yeah, yeah.
enchantress. She's like, going like, but in 8, she did it way more eloquently and it fit with her attack style. Like it looked, she made it look cool.
Yeah, it's
Whereas,
like a Dark Souls boss.
whereas the enchantress made it look stupid.
Right.
But I love the Duke. Obviously, Lady D. I don't know if they knew that she'd get as popular as she did. Or
If
they wanted
only
to kill
if
her
they
off.
knew that she would have been the last, like,
Yeah.
second to last.
She would have
whatever.
been Mother Miranda.
Did you like at least the Dollhouse?
Yeah. No, I actually liked the game overall. I liked it more than I thought it would. I even liked the guy that jumps into the water and turns to a fish.
Hardest boss in the game, by the way.
Was it? Oh,
When he turns into the big one.
I didn't have trouble with that at all.
Oh, really?
I
did.
had more trouble when you were trying to solve the puzzle and have him not eat you while you're jumping across the platforms. I had more trouble with that than I did in this boss fight. I don't even think I died. No, I did die once because he rained mucus down from the heavens. I didn't realize you're supposed to hide under the roof, so that killed me. But other than that, I thought it was easy. Once I figured out that, then I was good. But what is it? Yeah, 8's fun, but I love the scare. I love Outlast popularized the guy chasing you around. Well, okay.
It's never gotten old.
I know Resident Evil 2 had that. They had Mr. X chasing you around, but was it dynamic or was it more scripted when he chased you?
Not like it was in 3.
Right.
I think it was more dynamic than when the remake was, but 3 was the one that was like perfected the AI of just like randomly unscripted events.
Resident Evil 3? Oh, no, but the original with 2, because 3,
That's what I'm saying.
'cause
So the
3
original,
remake dumbed it
the
down.
original 2
yeah,
was like,
it was scripted.
but it had some of what 3 had.
Yeah.
3 just perfected it.
So obviously, Outlast didn't start someone's chasing you around, you got to hide thing.
Well, Outlast started the trend of you're helpless and something's
Yeah.
chasing you. You don't have a gun.
right.
So like Resident Evil
7.
7, again, you have a knife for a good part of the intro of the game, and even when you get a gun, you have such little ammo. It's just like
But when Jack Baker's chasing you, you're not
oh,
using
you
that
just
knife on him.
No, you're just
Yeah. Did you know?
no. Screw this
Did you know you can knock out Jack Baker though?
for like a couple minutes
But
or
a little
something.
bit, yeah. And then if you shoot him, he gets back up. But anyway,
It always gets back up.
yeah, I love Jack Baker. He's one of my favorites. But 7 like really took that back to the scary roots. And then for some reason for 8, they got the idea that 7 was too scary, so that knocked it down a point for me on 8. But
7 was the perfect amount of scary.
yeah, and it was a perfect length because 8's like 10 hours
It's like,
long.
dude, again, I'm from New Orleans. I've seen those kind of houses. Like, I've been in those houses
Yeah.
before. It's terrifying.
Yeah. so yeah, it's a toss up because 2 is just remake is so. I mean, I'm sure the original is good too, but 2 remake is so good. The perfect blend of third person puzzles, scary.
I bet you
action.
9 is going to be in the top 3 for you.
I agree. I think
Also,
they
the
finally
game
found
got leaked, so beware of spoilers.
I know. I
They
might
even
turn
put
off
up they
social.
even put up a notice like, "Hey, just like be careful because
I saw.
don't spoil yourself."
Mm-hmm.
I'm not watching any trailers. I only watched the first one and then the Leon Kennedy one.
Well, I'll leave you with this. Did you see that the developer said, "I hope all those people that leaked the game die"?
Ooh, that's probably fair because they've
Yeah.
done such a good
I
job hiding this
know,
game.
I know. Like they didn't. Do you think if people didn't guess Leon was in the game, they wouldn't have put it in the trailer?
I don't know. They must have known that was just again every single game that comes out until they put him in, they were gonna guess he was in it. So
Yeah,
they're just
yeah,
waiting for it.
Right.
So I don't know. Probably it would have been. Imagine how sick it would be if they never revealed it
I know.
and he just shows up.
Yeah, I would have loved.
It's almost like Smash Brothers when like you didn't know what the characters were and then you just get unlocked like, what the heck is this? Like
Yeah.
that would have been so crazy cool.
Yeah, because in 7 they kind of tease you just a little bit when they say, "Is that the cop again?" You're like, "Oh, is that Leon?" You know, I was like, "Are they talking about Leon?" And no, it's just that random cop at the beginning.
Do you think 9 would have not made as many pre-orders if they never showed Leon Kennedy? Like I bet that's what it was. The selling point,
No,
right?
I think it would have sold a ton of money because that first trailer where you're just playing as Grace and you hear that thing stomping after you, that was terrifying. They had my money before it.
I mean, they're free to do
Leon
what they
was
want, but I'm
real,
like,
yeah.
it would have been such a
It would
crazy
have been
reveal.
a good reveal. Yeah, I don't,
But again, internet being the internet,
yeah,
could not keep its mouth shut.
Well, they already predicted that Grace is Leon's daughter, which sounds actually probably
which
like
I don't
true.
know. Who knows?
Well, okay, so this is according to what I read, and then we got to end the episode. Leon hooks up with a girl, Ashcroft, which is the mom, and she's in 9. She's in the trailer where Grace is talking to her mom. Apparently, Leon hooks up with that Ashcroft, and then of course now we have Grace Ashcroft. So and then Leon's in the game. Come on, this is turning into The Last of
no,
Us.
they're gonna throw us for a loop. He
Yeah.
actually married, what's her name? After all, Chris's sister. Why am I blanking?
Oh, Jill.
Yeah,
That'd
no,
have
not
been-
Jill.
I'm sorry, not Jill. Chris Redfield.
Oh, she's a fan favorite. I feel bad.
Me too. Claire
Claire.
Redfield.
Bleep all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna end up marrying Claire, and that's gonna be like, oh my god, that's like a soap opera.
I watched a recap of Resident Evil franchise, and I saw the one where Chris and Claire like team up, and at the end, Chris just has the heroic music turns on. He's like, "We're gonna take out Umbrella," and the credits start rolling, and then like the next game like has
Never
nothing.
happens.
Yeah, it never happened. Umbrella's still here, by the way. They're in the trailer.
Dude,
for
the
9.
story is surprisingly disjointed. Well, also because there's so many freaking animated movies.
You know, I
that-
actually disagree. I actually think it's pretty cool how they've tied it all together.
Wait, what do you mean?
The umbrella part of it, because like I was playing 8 and the umbrella symbol pops up at the castle, and I was like,
No, that's
Wow.
fine. But
Yeah.
5 and 6, I mean, we're like,
nobody cares about those.
well,
Forget
no,
them.
No, I do. Okay, so 5 again doesn't mention
You like
Leon
5.
or anyone. I like 5.
Yeah.
It's mostly Chris and Jill.
Yep.
So it continues that story, and then Wesker's story. 6 jumps right into the Infinity War. Everyone's coming together
Yeah.
again. It's like, well, where were these people for like 20
Right.
years?
Yeah, no, yeah. I kind of
Weird payoff.
want to play 6. At least watch it online, because I know I'm not gonna like
The
it.
intro is going to catch you. The intro is going to be like, oh, wow, this is actually a really
This
cool
is gonna be
game.
the best game ever.
Yeah.
I know.
Seriously, the intro will do that.
I know.
And then like it just goes again. I think it's the longest game,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy because it's very, it's railroaded. So it's like there's no exploration.
Filler.
It's just like
Yeah. This hallway.
yeah, pretty much. And then you play as again all the characters, all of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They really thought this is
Oh yeah, this is what everyone was waiting for.
Avengers. Dismembered. All right. That's it, guys. We've covered everything. We got a lot of clippable moments. I think we got enough shorts for 2 weeks. Enough. We've covered some. It's only been an hour and 3 minutes.
Still, I'm gonna go to bed here right now.
Good night, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Maybe we'll be back at the other studio. Maybe not. I'm not good at keeping a calendar. But
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. I hope you
Vote
guys
on it with
enjoyed.
Kelshi.
Hope the lighting was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. $5 here. All right. We'll see y'all next time, guys.
Bye bye.